Yes, family. Peace and love. Blessings to my brothers and sisters in humanity. Yeah, Eddie is okay here. I got, well, no, I haven't got 15 minutes. To tell the truth, I'm on a laptop. Boy, the phone's just, boy, no more memory left. Can't use the phone no more. So I might go over 15 minutes. I'll see how I go. Listen, man, I've had to just come off the scene for a while, because I'll be honest with you, man. I listened to the what the parents of the three boys for Justice for Our Boys. I listened to what they had to say, and on I really listened to it carefully on YouTube, and it really touched me. I just had to take a bit of time out because it did get to me a bit. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, listen. All right then. Let's see. Well, I haven't got a rush really now, have I? So it's look, I've got my laptop on my bed and hand free. Anyway, I'll tell you what. Look, let's just start this off with a couple of shout outs, nice and easy. Sorry I've took so long to get on, you know what I mean? Like I said, Google been playing games with me, but I'll explain to that to you in a minute. Anyway, listen, shout out to some certain people that have actually, hold up a minute, one second, I might have an important message here. Okay, I'll leave that phone aside. Anyway, shout out to certain people that came and said hello to me. I've missed that one or two because I've got to go through all my emails to find out all the people that said yeah, Red. I come and shook your hand. But let me just say a couple, yeah. Paul Wright, Terry Taylor, uh, Harley and the Cats. Harley and the Cat, I love it. Woke Nation, respect, brother. Sonia, my Polish queen. You are either an angel or you're a phantom. Because 1 minute you're there and then you just seem to just disappear, just thin air. So love Princess, and it was nice a little time. And I think we did take a picture together. Good, hold on to that, man, because I always remember your face now. Definitely, I've got it in there, right? And Steve G or Stevie G. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's Stevie G, or Steve G. But listen, I remember you, brother. It's all love, yeah. Um, and apart from that, some people in the group. Phyllis Law, yeah, baby, I shouted you out. Yeah, you can't say I never. Darren Baywater, respect Darren. Simcoe, brother, you need to get in contact with me. We need to talk seriously. You know what I mean? We could be onto something big here if you get in contact with me, right? The same with Declan. Same thing, Declan. Right? You man need to fix up a Twitter account, man. What's going on? I don't do Facebook. Serious. I find it boring. I mean, I've got it, but the couple of people I've got on there. Listen, Facebook gives me a headache, man. Trust me. All right? Nanny Robinson. Oh man, I'm glad to see you on my page. Respect, darling. I love you lots, man. You're a brave woman. Um, Sally Lacey, I gotta shout you out again, Sally, man. Trust me, my heart's so warm to you, girlfriend. I really wish I had time. If I wasn't doing that speech and everybody's coming up to me and whatever, you know what I mean? I would have just come and check you. Terry Martin, up the Martins. My brethren. Um, Grace P. Love sister. We got to get down to the real thing at the end of it, innit? You know what I'm talking about. You remember what I texted you? Alright, then. Jam Tube. Respect, brother. Jermaine Savage. Respect, bruv. That's a nice dog you got there, by the way. And where Princess Eve. This is Eve Monroe. Can't forget Eve. Can't forget you, Gabe. Can't forget you, girl. Never, 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 never. And Sharon, that tweet you sent me, that private message, Princess, it really touched me, and my heart goes out to you. I mean, I really meditated on that a bit, and I had some sort of empathy of what you're going through, and the rest of the people in the situation are going through. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. All right then. That's that for now. Now listen, I tell you what. Google have been playing games, man. People normally type in Eddie is okay on Google, comes up, bam. Last day, I think it must have happened some last night. People can't get through, can't get through. It's all silliness. So the best thing for you to do, if you're going to say to anyone, this is my YouTube address, add YouTube at the end of it. Don't keep it together with Eddie's okay. Eddie is okay, and then make sure they tap it's in YouTube. So Eddie is okay, YouTube. Then it should go on. Or leave a link off one of my videos or something. That's the best thing. But just don't put Eddie is okay, because Google are playing games. Ever since I came out number 10 and gave them both barrels, and rightfully so. I told you I was going in, and I had to go in. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. Um, Right. I had some information about Tommy. I can't really share it with you, but all I can tell you is all right. Certain people, you know, certain people have gone to see him. Right. That's all I'm going to put it down to. Yeah. If you hear anything else, it's waffle. Right. Because my information is 100% sound. But I can't tell you too much, otherwise it might give it away. You know who I'm actually getting it from, right? But he's good. He's all right. Yeah. I'm sure, the march and all that, yeah, it's all good. He's happy about that. Everybody make sure they turn out. You know what I mean? Don't play games. Make sure you come out in the full, yeah? And, yeah, I took a break. Um, the phone was playing up. I'm trying to download. I'm trying to upload. Sorry, upload. It wasn't happening. And it's just a whole heap of madness. Plus, I've had, I've been working behind the scenes with certain people, you know, um, I got my little private detective out there sorting out certain things for me, doing some research for me for further down the line. You know what I mean? Because you see, I want to get back on. I actually finished before this madness with Tommy went down. I was actually doing the video on the fall of Lucifer. Now listen, it's important. I want to finish that off. Now listen, I've heard some people say I can't really take this religious stuff. Listen, whether you can take it or not, if you want to leave it at the side, fair enough. But I'm telling you, if you want to know how wicked these people's mindset is, you better check it out. So there's going to be a bit of, exoteric teaching, and there's definitely going to be biblical teaching, because that's who these people have a problem with. And you've got to remember, in their mind, even if you're not a Christian or a Jew, the point that you're a Westerner, right? They see you as the same mindset, because obviously most of the principles in the West come from Judeo-Christianity, so they need to take that away. They need to bring in their religion. This is what I'm saying. They do have a religion. Just for people that are just coming on for the first time, I've explained to my other subscribers that listen, this new world order, right, incorporates a one world religion they want to bring in. Eventually, it's gonna beat Luciferian worship, because in the mysteries they believe that Lucifer is God. Please go back to my videos, video 1 to 6, and then get up to there, yeah, and then I'm going to be doing video 7. I think I'm a little bit too tired to do it tonight. Seeing I've had to set up this damn laptop and I couldn't get the Wi-Fi going, etc., and all the rest of it. I've had to bring wires halfway across the bloody room to get it on my bed, because, listen, I can't sit down at, a desk and be talking to you people. I've got to be relaxed and just chill, you know what I mean? So I'm sort of like, I'm dealing with, this is where I'm at. Now listen, it's watch. I've had to plug out from my other computer to bring on this computer, so at the minute, no music. And I ain't happy, but yeah, it's the way it goes anyway. But anyway, listen, I tell you what, guys. Look, I've had a lot of emails, right, and a lot of stuff coming through on the comments. Oh yeah, by the way, at the bottom of the comments, yeah, in the description, I'm gonna put a link, right, for the Justice for Our Three Boys. It's a link that sends you if you want to donate. Please, if you can only donate a fiver, right? Because if you've really listened to that story and really listened to what the parents have had to say, that to me, that would crush me. Trust me. It's only that I'm a man of faith that I kept my cool that day. And believe me, I mean, I was going in on number 10 and them devils, right? But believe me, I kept it cool. Because when it comes to kids, right, I get very peed off when people take liberties. You know what I mean? So even though I've got my breaking point, right? But, I held it down. You know what I mean? For their sake, and you know what I mean? And for my subscribers' sake, and the point that, I want to get a lot of people out of this madness what's going on, this agenda. So I'm trying to wake people up to it. Um, but let's just talk about the actual march itself. Yeah. All right. So we went down from Trafalgar Square. I'm sure some of you saw my interview with Red Pill Phil. And bless Red Pill Phil. Listen, big you up every time, my friend. Oh, incidentally, I'm going to be in Manchester on Saturday. Yeah, more than likely be coming with I don't know, but a little slightly, maybe a slightly different disguise. I'm not too sure because I know certain people ain't too happy with what I had to say at number 10. But boy, you know what I mean? Someone had to say it. You know what I mean? And maybe I beat most people to it. I think that's the first time anyone's ever said something like that outside number 10. But truth is truth. Just remember it's the truth. That's all. I don't talk waffle, I just tell truth. So anyway, yeah, so we walked down and you know what? It was really the crowd that came out there, I mean, respect you, brother. It was a nice day. It was really nice. And all the speakers were wonderful, you know. Tracy, respect to you, Princess, for inviting me. I'm honoured. This is a day I'm going to remember forever and ever, To lose your children, you invite me to speak. I mean, who am I? But there's something about me that you like and you set me on board, you know what I mean? And I hope people listen to that message very carefully, right? Like I said, right? Remember what I'm saying. Muslims are victims of their religion. Remember, Muslims have a group thinking, group thinking. They have a group thinking like leftist ideology, like communism and fascism. And that's why Islam and Antifa stick together. It's the same mindset. But like I've said in previous videos, it's the same handler. Right? So I really want to yeah, it was a lovely day, and everyone was well behaved. There was a little bit of schism at the beginning, but that was nothing. That fizzled out in no time. You know what I mean? Listen, guys, all you turned out. Honestly, I was proud of all of you, the way you all behaved. You know what I mean? And everybody was just on a nice thing, you know. And Tracy, if you hear this video, if you ever need me to do anything, I don't know, whatever it is, right? Please, please don't hesitate to call. You know what I mean? Because it comes to them kids and your calls, my princess. I'll do whatever I can. You know what I mean? I'll be wherever you need me or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just there. End of story. So let's move on from that. Yeah, it was a good day, and yeah, I'm going to Manchester tomorrow. A lot of people have asked me, you know what I mean, to speak in Manchester, or they know certain people that can get me on board to speak. Listen, you know what? The speech I done there, really and truly, that was because I felt it for Tracy and the rest of the families involved, and and their plight and their fight. You know, um, I don't think it's my place to just start coming out and speaking. I mean, I'll have an interview with Red Pill Phil and whatever, you know, but everything in the fullness of time. That's the way I see it. I mean, just don't jump into something. I mean, do a little something and you get a good response, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, Red. No, not necessarily so. So we got to think our way through these things. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm having a little grief at the minute with the account and that, and I know they're watching my stuff now. I know they've got an eye on me because obviously there were agents there, either in the crowd or at least across the road. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and we got to keep on the fight. But like I said, Tommy, um, yeah, uh, I know you're well anyway. You know what I mean? I know you're well looked after. Right? I can't say no more than that because, like I said, certain people, certain person is letting me in because they know my heart has good intentions towards him. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to make a name for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I know it all. I'm just letting you people know so everybody's calm. Yeah. Now, come the 9th, please everybody come out, right? And we need to be just making some noise. Responsible though. You know what I mean? Well behaved. Um, I just hope people really listen to the message that I actually brought out in that day because like I said, this is much bigger than Islam. Obviously there can be main players in it, you know, but the situation is much bigger than Islam. It's the main agenda I'm dealing with. And I really need to get back on board with my teachers. Listen, guys, I can only apologize that I was doing something. I just hope that you guys have been reading certain books I've been checking out, etc. Please, at least even if 50 of you just play the game, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? Sometimes You know, the 950 have to fall by the wayside, and the 50 do it. But if we're really going to save this nation, you really need to know how these people think. You cannot afford to be lazy, and I'm making it as easy for you as possible. So this little time that's gone past, just put it as a time where you should be able to get in some extra homework. And I know some people have actually been doing the homework. You know, so when I get onto video 7, the fall of Lucifer, it's going to be going into a little bit of more Bible, right? And incorporate it in with their thinking, because like I said, there's certain things that I never mentioned in the Bible why these people are so mad, right? But you've got to remember, the Bible's the only book that comes, um, religious books as a monotheistic religion, that comes against the god of Freemasonry, Lucifer. The only book. You understand? So that's why they took it out of the was it the House of Representatives in America? They took it out. They took the Ten Commandments out. You see, because they're run by Freemasons. This is what I'm saying. So don't just think it's because of your Western culture. No, it's the Christian Judo connection that these people hate, and they want to bring in their religion. Remember that. Oh yeah. By the way, I'll show you how these devils work. The movie Vice Guy, is it? Yeah, I think it's Vice Guy. I can never bloody pronounce that name right. Anyway, in that movie, it shows you truth and lie, right? It shows you certain things like maybe 9/11 and all that. They get the truthers on board. But then at the end of it, they bring in the mystery teachings to draw you in. There's another um, video on internet. It's got about 3,000 views or 2,000, called "Everything's a Rich Man's Trick." Talks about the JFK assassination. It talks about 9/11. Yeah. It talks about the Nazi concentration camps and the American companies involved. But at the end of it, he ridicules Christianity and brings you into mystery teachings. So these people are working overtime. You have to realize that. Oprah Winfrey's into this mystery teaching. Big time. Jay-Z. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that's into this mystery teaching. That's what I'm saying to you. It's permeating throughout the globe. So you got to realize they've got a serious agenda. They're pushing on the New World Order, right, as the world government, but they're also pushing the one world religion, you know, and they're pushing and promoting it through Hollywood, etc., to get your kids conditioned for when this stuff comes, right? And I'm talking, it's going to be Luciferian worship. And listen, it's not going to be something where you're going to be asked to become an initiate. You're going to be frog marched to be an initiate. So, yeah, anyway, um, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You know, guys, I thank you so much for the kind comments you all made about the speech I made. You know, like I said, I just tell it as, you know, it just comes out, and that's the way it comes out. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes, you know, I looked at the speech about 4 or 5 times, and I said, oh, I could have mentioned that, I could have mentioned that. But like I said, I don't write anything down. It just comes out, and it comes out, and the response I see is, well, you know, it's constructive. You know, and but you know, I've heard some people say, oh yeah, Eddie, you should join Tommy and all that. Look, listen, if these people want my advice, right? No problem. But they have to come and approach me. I ain't ringing them. Before I was saying to you, yeah, I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna contact them. Tomorrow, I ain't contacting no one. You know what I'm dealing with. Because even if Tottenham comes out tomorrow, you can't just be keeping on the Islam, Islam, Islam without really, you know, addressing the government side in this thing. You've got to address that, my friend, right? Otherwise, it's always going to look like you're an Islamophobe. You know, I mean, even though that word sounds stupid, you know what I mean? But it's always going to look that way, right? So you've got to address it more that side. And yes, they're using Islam, etc. And yes, they know just as much as you do what that religion's about, right? They know it. The people at the top know it. The lower level councillors and, you know, etc. You know, they don't know, some of them, but you know, a lot of people do. I mean, you can pick up a Quran and read it for yourself anyway, you know. But they know what that religion's about. They know they want to take over. But like I said, they're just being used for a bigger agenda. And any ex-Muslims watching this, please send me a comment, right? And I'll try to contact you guys and we can talk. You know, There's a few ideas I'd like to get on board, right? I'd like to get in contact with the Sikh community and the Hindu community, right? There are a lot of black people who are commenting me and say, "Yeah, Ed, that's the way to go. You're on the right tip." But like I said, I think certain people, so certain, let's just say boisterous lads, right, need to calm down a bit, because there was an occasion where I was outside the pub at the Free Tommy event. We was outside the pub and a bus went past with Worship Allah or something on it. And the guys in the pub was like, me, Tommy, Tommy, hey, Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson. And some of them started throwing drink on the bus and all that. Listen, you know, how you meant to actually convince them people that you're not a bit of a roughneck? You got to set an example, my friend, for people to follow. And this is what I'm saying. We've got to set an example. I'm not saying you don't get mad, right? But even in my speech, I got a little bit, "Ugh," but I kept it. And you guys need to do that as well. And when we have this march on the 9th, I expect everybody to be on their best behavior because that march is going to be so important, right? Because it's gone a little bit pear shaped for these people. And now the gagging order's off, right? And it's all come out. You know what I mean? Now, listen, this is a setup, right? And they still got him in there. It sucks. You know what I mean? So my way of thinking is, look, the longer they leave him in there, the more of a martyr Tommy's going to become, and the stronger he's going to come. He's going to become when he comes out. And they know this. Trust me on that, right? They don't know what to do with this. They don't know what to do. They do not know what to do. Because if they treat him bad in there, right, and some certain people are out on the street and they start kicking off and all that, right, and these right wings, look at them, look at these right wingers, oh my god, these far right, at the end of the day, you know what, the rest of the world ain't gonna look at that, the rest of the world are gonna look at it. Look, listen, government, listen, British government, you're forcing these people to go down that road, so they're looking bad. Every extra day he's in there is bad. As far as I'm concerned, Tommy could come out of there tomorrow, or he can come out of there in 7 months. It wouldn't surprise me either way. you know. But the march on the 9th is going to be very interesting. Anyway, like I said, I'm going down to Manchester, and Rose, I'm looking forward to meeting you up, girl. Yeah, we'll meet each other down there, and hopefully I meet Tracy and Sharon. God bless you, princess. Right again, right? Because you people are just pure love. Um, Listen, I'm gonna cut it short because I'm absolutely shattered. I'm doing so much stuff behind the scene, right? That you see, at the end of the day, you know what? Right now, I have to look after my subscribers, because more people have come on the scene, right? And I want to make sure they know what this agenda is, because the more know about it, the more can spread the word. And I'm telling you now, these people cannot take exposure. Um, Thank you very much for my new subscribers. Um, like I said, if you watch my videos from 1 to 6 and listen to the videos that I recommend, I've got to put one or two more links in one or two videos past tense. It's just like I said with this Tommy madness is what's gone down. Everything's gone pear shaped. I've had to leave that all aside. But hopefully I can come back to some normality. And now I'm on the PC. Look, 23 minutes at the minute I've got on my PC, and I'm still going strong. It's all good. I mean, boy, you know what I mean? There's going to be a certain time I'm going to be talking to you guys, and I'm just going to like fall asleep on you. Well, anyway, listen, it's all good. Um, um, hold up a minute. Let me just see something. Um, oh, shout out to Mr. Lawrence and shout out to Titan TV. Yeah, big up Titan TV and Sarah and Big Bro and listen. There are a lot of people that sent me comments. I haven't had time to deal with it all. I'm dealing with. But like I said, please, 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 if you see anyone asking where's Eddie's channel, either send them a link in one of my videos, right, or send them Eddie is okay space YouTube. Tell them to make sure they tap into YouTube as well, and then they'll get onto me. Because I see a lot of people want to get through to my channel, etc. And and My friend, like I said, I'm pretty upbeat, because if you really follow it through, right, then you will see there's a hope. Because you see, it's all frustrating. But once you know how, like I said, once you know how these people work, the frustration seems to go because you know exactly how they work. You know exactly how they think. So you know how to approach it when you're dealing with other people. But like I said, knowledge is power. And all I want to do is get you to that level there. Um, 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 when I start getting into the mystery teachings, which will be video 8, right? Just the mystery teachings. Um, I will be adding some um, occultic books, but I whatever I can download, whatever I can show on PDF, like in book form, you can just look at it, go to the page, see what it says, so you know that's written in stone, that's black and white, that's where it is. Listen, guys, thank you so very much for some of the links you guys have sent me. But if you can appreciate it, it's just been a bit mad. I had such a massive response from when I actually done that speech, and like I said, I'm speaking to the hearts of every man, woman, and child in the country, and there were certain things I said about the government which weren't too nice, but truth is truth, and I have to say it as it is, and if I feel the time is right to make another speech, I will make it. But I'm not just going to turn up at an event for the sake of, yeah, Eddie, yeah, come and speak. No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. You know what I mean? My first priorities is my subscribers, because you see, if there's 20 of me, 50 of me, 100 of me, 1,000 of me, great. I can chill out for a while and you guys get on with it. And you guys can be speaking, because like I said to you, right, we can all be Tommy Robinsons if we choose to be. Simple as that, yeah? Well, listen, I'm going to cut it short because my throat's a bit dry, and it's been a manic couple of days, you know what I mean? But listen, I'm all right. I'm going to keep safe. Eddie OK is okay. Trust me on that, right? I've got it covered, you know what I mean? I know how these people work, I've got it covered, But like I said, I'm on the laptop now, and, I really should have went and got myself a drink before I've done this because my throat is drying, you know what I mean? And I really need to get off this channel for now. But listen, keep the faith. This is just a little update on everything. You know what I mean? We're not going into no teachings, etc. But now we can put this to bed. Every now and then, if I hear something about Tommy that I think you guys need to know, and it's not really putting my 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 information, right? The people who are giving me the information in jeopardy, then I will tell you in a very plain and simple term what it is, and I won't give too much detail. You see what I'm dealing with? Because these powers that be, they just dwindle it down to, it's like, I get it down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we know it is, and no way you ain't doing that to me. Yeah, but yeah, Tommy, I know you saw the video, right? For the justice for our boys, right? And brother, um, yeah, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But like I said, you know, um, as long as your people then show a little leadership every now and then, and get on board and just, you know what I mean? Speak. I mean, I know they're talking about you, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is talk directly to them about them, and you know what I mean? And keep it going strong and build them up a bit. That's what I was trying to do at that speech at the same time. You know, build the people up, build the people up for a hope. And when I looked at certain people when I finished, the greeting that I got was incredible, because you see, I'm giving them hope. You know there's an agenda. It's not just the Muslims. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. While they're getting so much favoritism and we're being pushed on the back burner, and we are being persecuted, right? Because for the most part, we know something stink. But obviously, I'm there. People like myself and one or two others on YouTube are there to fill in the gaps. Well, listen, yes, Islam is such and such and such, but there's also this little bit as well, and the whole thing comes together like that. And when it comes together as one, you know what I mean? Then we can find it on a different course. Listen, I I hope at some point, like I said, to go out in the West End, and it's important to take some pictures of symbols and emblems, and just show you how this Masonic order it's all over the place. It's all over the place. But I'll tell you one thing that could really disrupt their plans. if the real Christians came out and stood with us. Real Christians, I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking like, um, obviously you've got high church like Church of England or Anglican Church. You've got high church, yeah. They are infiltrated by masonry big time. You know, many of the archbishops, you know what I mean, etc., and bishops. Believe me, a lot of them are masons. That's why they will give you a very, very watered down version of the Bible, fall asleep, etc. You know what I'm dealing with, right? But I'm talking the small little churches, right, that had the power and the strength, like the people like Wilberforce, you know, who came in and started the abolitionist slave, the abolition against slavery over in this country, and the people like the Quakers that started the abolition of slavery in this country and the States and started the Underground Railroad, etc. You know, people like this, you know what I mean? Even up to today, you know what I mean, coming to forward in modern times, Martin Luther King, etc. When you've got them people there, real Christians come up and stand, right? Believe me, this will end in no time at all. So I'm trying to think, I'm trying to way of actually getting through to certain Christians, right? Churches, small denominations, not the mainstream churches that, you know what I mean, are getting a backhander by the government and the Masons have taken them over. You know what I mean? They've been infiltrated big time. Don't get me wrong, there are individual people in them churches worshipping, right? But they don't realize that the whole thing's Masonic. That's why half of them don't even know what's in the Bible, because they don't even open the Bible half the time. They just listen to this guy, more than likely reading in Latin or something. I mean, you know, that's just fall asleep business, you know what I mean? But bless them anyway, you know. Um, and oh, if you guys, if anybody knows out there, if anybody knows anybody that's in who's got a family member into Jehovah Witness, listen, I got some stuff that will blow that religion away, right? That is completely taken over by Masons from its roots, its beginnings. You know, Charles Russell, you know, Mason, big time, 33rd degree. You know, but I've got some really good information. You know what I mean? So if you want to just sort of like, get your family out of that cult, because it is a cult, believe me. You know, and we'll deal with that. You know, sometime in the future, I'm going to do a teaching, right? Because I've noticed there's a lot of Christians on my channel as well, and I can understand that too, because because we're dealing with a Luciferian doctrine, right? A lot of Christians know that Lucifer ain't a nice person, but one day I'm going to do at least 2 lessons um, on the Christian side of things, because the Bible does teach about this new world order as well. So it's good to hear it from a biblical principle as well. You know what I mean? You can't be ignorant. You know what I'm dealing with. Life is too short for that. But like I said, we're trying to save a nation. Yeah. So take everything on board, and certain things that you don't want to take on board, leave on the shelf, because it might just come good at another time. So just put it that way. But anyway, listen. Peace and blessings. Yeah. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And like, subscribe, and share. It's good to be back, and I just can't wait to start doing some videos again and get back to some normality, So like, subscribe, share, and please remember. Anyway, I'll put something in the link concerning Justice for Our Three Boys, and yeah, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm sure I'll be doing a video, not tomorrow unless something happens. Some news comes through that I think I need to talk about. After the march on Saturday in Manchester, and I'll just be giving my final thoughts on that. Yeah. Red Pill Phil, looking forward to see you, bruv. Mr. Lawrence, love you, bruv. Janaea English, love you, sister. I haven't seen you, but I hope to see you down there on Saturday. And and Tony Collins, yes, Tony, love, man. I hope I see you and your hubby down there. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to link up with you guys, man, and we can just fellowship together. You know what I mean? Love you guys, man. Listen, I know I've got some lions amongst my subbies. I know there's some lions there that's gonna go out there and just tear it up, and the blind are gonna start to see. Right? I'm already seeing it. I'm seeing people in the comment section. They're like, yeah, we're on it. Yeah, we see it. You know what I mean? Enough black guys. Yeah, Red, I see what you're dealing with. But like I said, Tommy's got to do a little cleaning up in his camp, right? Before I let people on board, right? Because there's certain things I've seen myself that I'm not too happy about. You know what I mean? But I don't need to talk about that online. That's something I'm going to talk about between myself and maybe Red Pill Phil from time to time. And if I get to speak to some of his people, then we will deal with that at the same time. You know what I mean? But anyway, listen, God bless, keep the faith. Signing out.